Welcome, dear soul, to this sacred circle, wherever you are joining from. Your living room, your kitchen table, your car parked under a quiet sky, or a small corner you've claimed for yourself tonight. Know that you are truly welcome here. You have not arrived by accident. You are part of something unfolding, something gentle and real, something that honors your story and your presence. Pause for a moment. Notice your breath. Let it deepen. Let your shoulders relax, your jaw unclench, your hands rest. Let the noise and rush of your day begin to soften, as if you are stepping into a quiet sanctuary where nothing is required of you, except to be. This is not just another video. This is a gathering, a spiritual circle, where words are only the beginning and silence is a language all its own. Here, we do not measure our worth by what we accomplish, or how eloquently we pray, or how much we understand. Here, we show up as we are, joyful, exhausted, hopeful, hurting, searching, grateful, uncertain, longing, or simply curious. If you are arriving with joy tonight, bring it, let it shine and ripple out, a gift for others who may need a little hope. If you are carrying pain or exhaustion, you are not alone. Let this be a place where you can set down your burdens, even for a moment, and rest in the presence of something greater than any storm. Take another breath. Let it fill you. Let it remind you that you are alive, that you are here, that you belong. Tonight, we begin not with answers, but with an invitation. What would it feel like to be fully present, just for these next moments? To let go of the need to fix, to solve, to impress, to hide, to simply be held, seen, welcomed. You are invited to bring your whole self, the parts you celebrate and the parts you hide, your laughter and your tears, your questions and your quiet faith. Nothing is too much, nothing is not enough. This is a space where silence is honored, where we breathe together, reflect together, and trust that even in the quiet, we are held together in something sacred. If you feel comfortable, share in the chat where you are joining from, or what you are hoping for tonight. You may find that someone across the world is longing for the same peace, the same comfort, the same gentle pause. Let's begin with a gentle welcome. Close your eyes if you wish. Feel the circle forming. Not just on screens, but in hearts, a circle that stretches across cities and countries, through time zones and languages, uniting us in a shared longing for presence and peace. Inhale, slowly, exhale, gently. Let your breath be a prayer, a quiet offering of all that you carry. If you are holding something heavy, imagine setting it down beside you. You do not have to carry it tonight. Let the weight be shared. Even if only in spirit, if you are longing for hope, let the hope of others lift you. If you are overflowing with gratitude, let it spill into the circle, lighting the way for someone who may be struggling to see the good. Tonight, we will reflect together and then enter a time of silent prayer. You do not need to have the right words. You do not need to pray in any particular way. Your presence is enough. Your longing is enough. Is enough. Let's take a moment to notice the sacredness of this gathering. The miracle that, even across distance, we can be together, hearts beating in different places, yet united by a shared hope for peace, for healing, for belonging. Pause. Breathe. Feel the gentle current of grace that flows through this circle. If you wish, place a hand over your heart. Feel its steady rhythm. Let it remind you that you are alive, that you are loved, that you are not alone in this circle. There is room for every story, for every prayer spoken aloud, and every prayer whispered only in the quiet of your soul, for every doubt and every faith, for every beginning and every ending. You are welcome here. You are wanted here. You are enough. As we move deeper into this time together, let your heart open just a little more. Let your mind quiet. let your spirit rest. You have found your way to a spiritual circle where silence is not emptiness, but fullness, where presence is the greatest gift you can offer, where, even in the quiet, you are deeply connected. Let's breathe together once more. Inhale peace. Exhale tension. You are here. We are here. And that is enough. Let's linger in this gentle welcome, letting it settle into our bones. If you haven't already, find a comfortable position. Let your body be supported by a chair, a cushion, the floor, or simply by the knowledge that you are safe in this moment. There is no right or wrong way to be here. You can close your eyes, lower the lights, light a candle, or simply rest your gaze on something that brings you peace. Take a few slow breaths. Let each inhale bring a little more calm. Let each exhale release a little more of what you don't need tonight. Notice if your mind wants to wander to the past or the future. If it does, gently invite it back to now. This is your time to just be. In this circle, we honor silence as a sacred language. Silence is not emptiness, it is presence. It is the space where your soul can breathe, where your heart can speak in ways words cannot reach. Let's reflect together, gently, on what it means to be present. So often, our days are filled with noise external and internal. We are pulled by notifications, by tasks, by worries, by the stories we tell ourselves about who we should be. But here, in this circle, there is no should. There is only the invitation to be. Ask yourself, what do I need most right now? Is it rest? Is it hope? Is it reassurance that I am not alone? Is it simply a moment of peace? Let your answer rise. Softly, without judgment. You do not have to justify your needs here. You do not have to explain your longing. You are allowed to want what you want, to need what you need if you feel comfortable. Share your intention for this time in the chat. Maybe it's a word, healing, strength, comfort, clarity. Maybe it's a prayer for someone you love, or a hope for the world, or maybe you simply want to be present, to listen, to receive. As you share, notice how the circle grows stronger. Every intention, every silent hope, every breath adds to the sacredness of this gathering. You are not just receiving. You are offering your presence to others too. Even your silence is a gift. Let's take a moment to honor the stories that have brought us here. Each of us carries a lifetime of memories. Some joyful, some painful, some still unfolding. We come from different places, with different histories. But tonight, we are united by a shared longing for something gentle and true. If you are holding sorrow, let it be held here. If you are carrying joy, let it shine. If you are somewhere in between, know that you are welcome just as you are. Imagine the circle widening, making space for every heart that longs to be included. See the faces of those you love, those you miss, those you may never meet, but who share this moment with you. Let your compassion reach out to them, silently, like a gentle current of kindness. Now, let's reflect on the power of silent prayer. So often, we think of prayer as words, requests, gratitude, confession, praise, but sometimes the most powerful prayers are wordless. A sigh, a tear, a longing too deep for language. In silence, we are met not by answers, but by presence, by a love that does not demand, but simply welcomes, by a peace that does not require understanding, but simply arrives. Let's prepare to enter that silence together. If you wish, place a hand on your heart or on your lap. Feel the warmth of your own touch, the steady beat that has carried you through every moment of your life. Breathe in slowly. Breathe out gently. As we move toward our time of silent prayer, know that you are not alone in the quiet. Every breath, every heartbeat, every longing is held together in this circle. We are united not by words, but by presence. If you wish, type here in the chat as a way of marking your presence. No need to say more, just here. Let that be your prayer tonight. We will enter a few minutes of guided silence soon. Before we do, let's gather our intentions, our hopes, our hurts, and our gratitude. Let's trust that even in the silence, we are heard. You are not alone here. You are seen. You are held. You are near. Let's breathe together. One more time. Inhale peace. Exhale worry. In a moment, we will rest in the quiet. Together, let's honor this moment of transition. Moving gently from reflection into a shared silence, there is a sacredness in what we are about to do, a quiet trust that, even across distance, our hearts can be knit together in stillness. You may feel a little uncertain or even restless. That's okay. Silence can feel unfamiliar at first, especially in a world that rarely pauses. But here, in this circle, silence is not emptiness. It is an embrace. It is the space where grace has room to breathe. If you wish, close your eyes. Let your hands rest in your lap or at your sides. Feel the gentle support beneath you. Your chair, the floor, the earth itself. Allow your breath to become your anchor. Notice how each inhale fills you with calm, and each exhale releases what you do not need. You are not trying to achieve anything in this silence. There is no right or wrong way to be here. You do not have to have a clear mind or a perfect heart. You are simply invited to rest, to be, to let the quiet do its gentle work as we enter this time of silent prayer. Imagine the circle around you growing stronger. Picture each person, each soul connected by invisible threads of hope, longing, and compassion. You may be sitting alone, but you are not alone in spirit. We are together, even in the quiet. If your mind wanders, let it. If thoughts or emotions arise, notice them with kindness. Then let them drift by like clouds across a wide sky. Return gently to your breath. Return to the feeling of being held in this circle. In this moment, in a presence that is greater than any words, you may wish to hold a prayer in your heart. A simple word, an image, a name, or just the intention to be open where you may wish to. Rest in complete stillness, letting the silence speak for you. Let's begin our shared silence now for the next several minutes. We will rest together in quiet prayer. You may hear the sounds of your home, the hum of life outside your window, or the gentle rhythm of your own breath. Let these sounds become part of the prayer, reminders that you are alive, that you are here, that you are connected. As the silence unfolds, notice what arises within you. Maybe it's a sense of peace, or maybe it's restlessness, maybe it's gratitude, or maybe it's longing. Whatever you find, let it be welcome. You do not have to change it or judge it. You only have to notice, to breathe, to be present. If you feel the urge to pray for someone, do so in your heart. If you need comfort, imagine the circle holding you gently. If you have gratitude, let it fill the space around you as our time of silence comes to a close. Begin to notice your breath again. Feel the support beneath you. Let your awareness return to the present moment, to the circle, to the gentle company of others gathered here. If you wish, open your eyes, look around your space, noticing the light, the colors, the familiar details. Let yourself return slowly, carrying the peace of the silence with you. If you feel moved, share a word or a feeling in the chat, something you noticed, something you are grateful for, or simply the word present. Let's honor the silence by bringing its gifts into our shared space. Take a deep breath in, let it out slowly. You are here, we are here, and in this quiet, something sacred has happened. Let's remain in this spirit of gentle presence as we continue. Together, let's linger in the gentle afterglow of our shared silence. Notice how your body feels now, perhaps a little softer, a little lighter, maybe even a touch more at ease. Let yourself savor this stillness, knowing that you have just participated in something sacred, a collective pause, a moment of presence that transcends distance and time. If you feel comfortable, take a moment to share in the chat what this silence meant to you. Was it restful? Challenging? Did you sense a shift, however small, in your heart or your mind? There is no right answer. Every experience is welcome here. Your words may encourage someone else who is new to this practice, or remind someone that they are not alone. In their longing for peace, let's reflect together on what it means to belong. So often, we move through our days feeling unseen, unheard, or disconnected, but here, in this spiritual circle, belonging is not about fitting in or having the right words. It is about showing up, just as you are, and being received with kindness. It is about knowing that your silence is as valuable as your speech, that your presence is enough, that you're part of something larger than yourself. If you are holding sorrow tonight, let it be held here. If you are carrying gratitude, let it shine. If you are somewhere in between, know that you are welcome in the fullness of your experience. Let's take a moment to send silent blessings to one another. Picture the faces of those gathered here. Some familiar, some strangers, all united in this moment Imagine a gentle light connecting your heart to theirs, a web of compassion that stretches across screens and cities and continents. Let your blessing be simple. May you find peace. May you feel held. May you know you are not alone. If you wish, type a word of blessing or encouragement in the chat. Something you hope for someone else in this circle. It could be as simple as peace, strength, healing, or hope. These words offered freely become part of the fabric of our gathering. Now, let's gently return our attention to our own hearts. Ask yourself, what do I want to carry forward from this time? Is it a sense of calm? A renewed hope? A reminder that I'm connected, even in silence? Let your answer settle within you, a quiet intention for the hours or days ahead as we move toward the close of this part of our gathering. Let's honor the sacredness of what we have shared. You have given yourself the gift of presence, and you have offered your presence as a gift to others. That is no small thing. If you feel moved, share a final thought or prayer in the chat. If you prefer to remain silent, know that your presence is felt and valued. Let's take 3 slow breaths together, wherever we are. Inhale, peace. Exhale, tension. Inhale, hope. Exhale, worry. Inhale, belonging. Exhale, isolation. You are here. We are here. And in this circle, you are always welcome. We will continue in this spirit, gentle, open, and attentive as our spiritual circle unfolds. As we continue in this sacred space, let's gently deepen our sense of connection to ourselves, to one another, and to the presence that holds us all. You may notice a subtle shift inside you, perhaps a little more ease in your breath, a quieting of thoughts, or a warmth that lingers from the silent prayer we shared. Let's honor that shift, however small, and allow it to guide us further into this experience of spiritual belonging. Take a moment to notice your surroundings. What do you see, hear, or feel right now? Is there a sound in the distance, a flicker of candlelight, the comfort of a favorite blanket, or the coolness of the evening air? Let these details become anchors, gentle reminders that you are both grounded in your own space and connected to this larger circle. If you feel comfortable, share in the chat one thing you are grateful for in this moment. It could be something as simple as the breath in your lungs, the kindness of a friend, or the chance to pause and reflect tonight. Gratitude, even in small doses, can be a powerful way to open the heart and invite peace. Let's return to the theme of presence. Presence does not require perfection. It does not ask you to have all the answers or to be free from struggle. It simply invites you to show up, to notice, to be willing to receive what this moment has to offer. If you are carrying questions or uncertainties, let them rest here. You do not have to resolve everything in this hour. You are allowed to bring your confusion, your doubts, your longing for clarity. This circle is large enough to hold every question, every hope, every silent prayer. Let's pause and breathe together. Inhale deeply, feeling the air fill your chest. Exhale slowly, letting go of tension or worry. With each breath, imagine yourself becoming more rooted, more open, more at ease. Now, let's enter another brief period of shared silence. This time, let your intention be simply to listen to your heart, to the quiet, to the presence that surrounds you. You may wish to focus on your breath, or on a word or image that brings you peace. If your mind wanders, gently return to your anchor. As the silence unfolds, notice what arises. Perhaps it is a memory, a feeling, a longing, or a sense of gratitude. Whatever you find, let it be welcome. You do not have to change or judge it. You only have to notice, to breathe, to be present. If you feel moved, share a word or phrase in the chat that captures what you experienced in the silence. Maybe it is calm, release, connection, or simply peace. Your sharing may resonate with someone else, reminding them that they are not alone in their experience. Let's reflect together on the power of gathering in this way. Even though we are separated by distance, we are united in intention. We are creating a space where silence is not emptiness, but fullness, where presence is not passive, but active, where each person's story is honored and held. If you are holding sorrow, let it be softened by the compassion of this circle. If you are carrying hope, let it shine as a beacon for those who may be struggling to find their own. If you are simply resting, let that rest be enough. Let's close this block with a gentle blessing for ourselves and for one another. May you feel peace in your heart. May you know you are seen and cherished. May you remember that in this spiritual circle, you are never alone. Take one more deep breath and let it out slowly. We will continue together, moving further into reflection, silence, and the quiet power of shared presence. Let's continue to nurture the gentle spirit that has settled over our circle. Notice the way your breath feels now. Perhaps a little slower, a little deeper, as if your body has remembered how to rest. This is the gift of presence. Not needing to rush, not needing to strive, but simply allowing yourself to be. Take a moment to check in with your heart. What is stirring there? Is it a sense of relief, a lingering ache, a quiet hope, or maybe just a gentle curiosity about what comes next? Whatever you find, let it be welcome. There is no need to push anything away or to hold on too tightly. Let your heart be as it is, open and honest. In this circle of trust, if you feel moved, share in the chat a word or phrase that describes your heart right now. You may be surprised at how many others feel the same. Sometimes, simply naming what we feel is the first step toward healing. Let's reflect together on the idea of being held. So much of life asks us to hold everything, to hold others up, to hold ourselves together, to hold back tears or fears or dreams. But here, in this spiritual circle, we practice letting ourselves be held by silence, by presence, by the invisible arms of grace that surround us all, imagine, for a moment, that you are being gently embraced not by a person, but by a sense of belonging, a quiet assurance that you are safe. Let that feeling settle into your bones. Let it remind you that you are supported, even in the moments when you feel most alone. Let's take another breath together. Inhale. Comfort. Exhale. Tension. If you are carrying a specific burden tonight, imagine setting it down. Just for now, picture it resting at your feet, no longer pressing on your shoulders or weighing on your heart. You do not have to pick it up again until you are ready for this moment. Allow yourself to be unburdened. Now, let's enter another brief period of shared silence. This time, let your intention be to receive. Receive comfort, receive peace, receive whatever your heart needs most. If nothing comes, that's okay. Sometimes the gift of silence is simply the space to rest. As we return from the silence, notice what has shifted. If anything, perhaps you feel lighter, or perhaps you simply feel more present. Both are gifts, if you wish. Share in the chat what you received from the silence, or what you're still longing for. Your vulnerability is a blessing to this circle. Let's reflect on the power of being together in this way. Even though our stories are different, our hearts beat with the same longing for peace, for connection, for hope. We are not alone. In our search, we are companions on the path, holding space for one another, even in the quiet, as we prepare to move forward. Let's offer a blessing to ourselves and to each other. May you find rest for your soul. May you feel the gentle embrace of grace. May you know, deep in your bones, that you are never alone. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. We will continue. In this spirit open, gentle, and attentive as our spiritual circle unfolds, let's honor the depth that has unfolded in our circle. Notice how, even in silence, a sense of belonging can grow. A quiet thread connecting each heart, each hope, each longing. This is the mystery and the gift of spiritual community. We come as individuals, but we are woven together by presence and intention. Take a moment to reflect on what has shifted for you tonight. Has a question softened? Has a worry eased, even a little? Has a sense of connection grown? Or have you simply found a pocket of peace in the midst of your day? There is no right answer. Every experience is sacred here. If you feel moved, share in the chat a word of gratitude or a gentle insight that has surfaced for you. Perhaps it's calm, hope, release, or belonging. Your sharing may be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Let's return to our breath, our ever-present anchor. Inhale, slowly, feeling the air. Nourish your body. Exhale, gently, letting go of whatever you do not need to carry forward. With each breath, imagine yourself more rooted, more present, more at home in your own life. Now, let's reflect on the power of silent prayer. There is something profound about sitting together in stillness, trusting that our hearts are heard even when our lips are silent. Sometimes, the most honest prayers are wordless. A sigh, a tear, a longing too deep for language. If you are holding a prayer tonight, spoken or unspoken, know that it is welcome here. You do not have to explain it or justify it. Let your heart speak in whatever way it knows how. Let's enter another period of shared silence, this time holding the intention that each person in this circle may feel seen, held, and loved. Let your breath carry this blessing out into the circle, out into the world. As we return, notice what you feel, perhaps a sense of peace, or maybe a new question, or simply a deeper awareness of your own heart. Whatever you find, let it be enough. If you wish, share in the chat a hope or blessing for someone else in this circle. It could be as simple as, may you find rest, or may you feel loved. These words, offered freely, create ripples of kindness that extend far beyond this moment. Let's take a moment to honor the stories that have been held here tonight. Some are joyful, some are heavy, some are unfolding in silence. All are worthy. All are welcome. As we approach the closing moments of our gathering, let's offer a final blessing. May you carry the peace of this circle with you. May you find strength in the quiet, hope in the waiting, and comfort in the knowledge that you are never alone. Take 3 slow breaths together, wherever you are. Inhale, peace. Exhale, tension. Inhale, hope. Exhale, fear. Inhale, belonging. Exhale, loneliness. You are here. We are here, and in this circle, you are always welcome. We will move gently into the final part of our gathering, carrying with us all that has been shared, all that has been felt, all that has been held in silence as we arrive at the closing moments of our first spiritual circle. Let's pause together and honor the journey we have shared. Notice how the quiet has shaped this space, not as an absence, but as a presence. Not as emptiness, but as a gentle fullness that holds every story, every Prayer. Every longing brought here tonight, take a deep, slow breath. Let it remind you that you are alive, that you have made space for your soul, that you have chosen to be present not just for yourself, but for everyone gathered here. This is the heart of spiritual community. We come as we are, and we leave a little more connected, a little more seen, a little more whole. If you feel moved, share in the chat a final word of gratitude, a blessing, or simply the word, together. Let your presence echo in this circle, so that even as we part, the sense of belonging remains. Let's reflect, one last time, on what we carry forward. Perhaps it is a sense of calm, a renewed hope, a gentle forgiveness, or simply the memory of being held in silence. Let these gifts settle in your heart. Seeds of peace to nurture in the days ahead. If you are leaving with questions, let them be companions on your path, not burdens. If you are leaving with sorrow, let it be softened by the compassion you have found here. If you are leaving with gratitude, let it ripple outward, touching others in ways you may never see. Before we close, let's offer a blessing not just for ourselves, but for the world beyond this circle. May every person longing for peace find a place to rest. May every heart carrying pain discover gentle company. May every soul searching for hope feel the quiet assurance that they are never alone as you go. Remember that this circle is always open to you. You are welcome to return, to bring your joys and your struggles, to rest in the silence, or to share your voice. This is a place where presence matters more than perfection, where your story is honored, and where you are always enough. If this gathering has brought you comfort, let us know in the chat or comments by writing stillness together. Share a hope, a prayer, or a word for someone else who may need it tonight. Subscribe to the channel so you never walk alone. Turn on notifications so you're always invited back